Achso, die Karte.
Das stimmt. Das stimmt. I'm reading before to sloka, third sloka you can find it.
Please take 2 or 3 pillows. You like one more?
Too late. She doesn't practice.
No, I give you the harmonium.
Okay. How can I play cards on the harmonium?
I don't know. But then you can play cards.
But I should sing also.
No, I play the dog, you play cards.
And who sing?
You sing. You sing.
Oh, can you please close the door?
As
a window?
Yeah.
Du weißt, dass das übertragen wird, die Klasse, im Internet. Und wenn du da sitzt, dann sehen dich alle Leute nur so. Du, also das weißt du.
Vor mir.
Nein, du musst auf dem Theaterstand sitzen. Ja, sonst sehen sie dich nicht. Ich habe das auch mal gemacht, nachher habe ich geschaut und oh mein Gott, das sieht ein bisschen doof aus. Oder du sprichst und die sehen dich nur hier, oder?
Nur die Stirne.
Ja. Du darfst schon unten sitzen, aber du weißt.
We have you to sit up.
Ich wollte auch immer da sitzen, nachher habe ich gedacht, oh, ich muss einfach surrendern.
You can do it.
Also du sitzt aus Demut unten, aber jetzt, die Demut ist größer, wenn du oben sitzt in dem Fall.
Hare Krishna, the work is given. Hare Krishna.
Now it should work.
Hare Krishna.
Now.
Ja.
Okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotee. Thank you for coming. And I will ask everyone, please bless me to going to today speak about Chaitanya Charitamrita and about devotional path. Then I know I am speaking, I am coming to speak for just a service. I understand this is my service. And same time I am coming for speaking for my own purification. And thank you for coming. And when I do some mistake, please correct me, because this is my sadhana process. I am coming for purify myself. And please let me know when I do some mistakes. Correct me. And today we are going to read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 22, verse number 147 to 149. We are reading here 149. Before I am going to chant 2 slokas, then after that we can chant this sloka. And thank you for Bhajan, Devashri Radhika Mataji and Vrindavan Chandra Prabhu and Radhapriya Mataji. Thank you so much for supporting me. Hare Krishna. Okay. Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 22, verse number 147. Edena hai adbhuta. This sloka is not there. Vidaya tavahinsha yogunaka hari bhakto pravrittaje nadesh yuga paradavinaha. I'm reading translation also. 100. Good qualities like non-violence, which you have developed, are not very astonishing for those who are engaged in the Lord's devotional service, are never inclined to give pain to others because of envy. And Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, 22.148 sloka. Vaiti Bhakti Sadanera Kadilum Vivarana Raganuka Bhaktira Lakshana Shinasanatana. Translation. My dear Sanatana, I have now in details described devotional service according to the regulated principles. Now hear from me about spontaneous devotional service and its characteristics. And verse number 149, we are going to read today this verse. First I am reciting, and you can also tell. Ragatmika Bhakti, you can. Ragatmika Bhakti, Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane, Tara Anugata Bhaktira, Raga Nuganame, Ragatmika Bhakti Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane,
Ragatmika Bhakti Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane,
Tara Anugata Bhaktira Raga Nuganame,
Tara Anugata Bhaktira Raga Nuganame. Ragatmika Bhakti Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane,
Ragatmika Bhakti Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane,
Tara Anugata Bhaktira Raganuganahame,
Tara Anugata Bhaktira Raganuganahame.
Ragatmika Bhakti Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane,
Ragatmika Bhakti Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane,
Tara Anugata Bhaktira Ragunaganami,
Tara Anugata Bhaktira Raganuganame.
Ragatmika Bhakti Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane,
Ragatmika Bhakti Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane,
Taranugata Bhaktira Raganuganame,
Tara Anugata Bhaktira Raganuganame.
Ragatmika Bhakti Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane,
Ragatmika Bhakti Mukhya Vrajavasi Jane,
Taranugata Bhakti Raganuganame,
Tara Anugata Bhaktira Raganuganame. Okay, can go to read word by word. Ragatmika Bhakti, spontaneous devotional service.
Ragatmika Bhakti, spontaneous devotional service.
Mukhya, preeminent. Brajavasi Jane,
Vrajavasi Jane,
in the inhabitants of Braja or Vrindavana.
the inhabitants of Braja or Vrindavana.
Tara,
Tara,
that. Anugata,
following
Bhaktira, of devotional service. Raganuganame, name it Raganuga, or following after, spontaneous devotional service. Okay. Translation. Purport is Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The original inhabitants of Vrindavana are attached to Krishna spontaneously in devotional service. Nothing can compare to such a spontaneous devotional service, which is called a Ragatmika Bhakti. When a devotee follows in the footsteps of the devotee of Vrindavana, his devotional. Don't see. service. Just I'm going to this. Maybe you can book, yes.
This one?
Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Translation. The original inhabitants of Vrindavana are attached to Krishna spontaneously in devotional service. Nothing can compare to such a spontaneous devotional service, which is called Radhapriya Bhakti. When a devotee follows in the footsteps of the devotee of Vrindavana, his devotional service is called Radhapriya Bhakti. Purport. In this Bhakti Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami states that Devam Dattat Abhinama Lakshana Bhava Visheshana Shiva Bhavitya Rasakya Vaishestya Sadidattat Raga Prajukta Sarvana Kirtana Shmarana Pada Sevana Vandanatma Atma Nivedana Praya Bhaktis Desam Ragatmiga Bhakti Ridi Uchyade Tadas Tadiyam Ragam Ruchyanukarchadisha Raganuga. When a pure devotee follows the footsteps of devotee in Vrindavana, he develops Raganuga Bhakti. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnanam Salakaya Chaityavedam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamakyam Tadadishva Padandikam Mandeham Sri Guru Shri Rudara Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Shakrajatam Sakakana Raghunathan Vidantam Sajivam Sattvaidam Savaturam Parjana Sakidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Jagagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vidamsa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Dalujasya Kripa Sindhubhya Visa Padidanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Yayamudiraye Nasta Prayesa Patreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevya Bhagavati Ruttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Vaishtihi Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah Ishvara Parama Krishna Chachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Karana Karanam Namo Pangayana Paya Namo Pangaya Maline Namo Pangaya Netraya Namo Pangayangraye. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki, Shri Yamuna Baladev Spectrum, Shri Krishna Chakra ki jai, Shri Gauranika ki jai, and Patmanam Bhakti Rajgur Mati Narasimha Devi ki jai, Panjatattva ki jai, Sat Goswami ki jai, Guru Parampara ki jai, Srila Gurudev ki jai, Shri Radha Govinda ji ki jai, Shri Radha Ramana Lali ki jai. Hare Krishna. I'm reading also other two verse translation shortly. 194 translation. Again, I wonder good qualities, the non-violence which you have developed are not very astonishing, for those who are engaged in the Lord devotional service are never give pain to others because of envy. This is the quotation from the Skanda Purana. It was spoken by Narada Muni in the Reformed Handar Mercury. Maybe somebody know the story of Mercury? Yes, Mercury story is here explaining the 24th chapter. Is again Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to Sanatana about Mercury. The story is coming again after 2 chapters. This chapter is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to Sanatana Goswami about devotional service, Abhideya, and next chapter is started with Prajoyan. And we know everyone after this 147 to 148, this slokas actually is 109 to 148 is described about Vaidhi-sadhana bhakti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to Sanatana Goswami about Vaidhi-sadhana bhakti. This verses, I got 2 verses, mix it with Vaidhi-sadhana and Raganuga. It's nice because this is the last verses of Vaidhi-sadhana bhakti at 47 and 48. And 49, 47, 48 we can see, my dear Sanatana, I have now in detail described devotional service according to the regulatory principle. This is Vaidhi-sadhana bhakti, last verse. Now hear from me about spontaneous devotional service and its characteristics. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started 49 to 165. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu speak about Raganuga bhakti. Very interesting because this sloka, starting sloka, is the first sloka of Raganuga bhakti, and we can see how many devotees give commentary for such a devotional part. We know Vaidhi-sadhana bhakti and Raganuga sadhana bhakti, both are sadhana bhakti we know, and I think many of them knows Raganuga bhakti is really very high level. We couldn't attend it immediately, but by practice, Vaidhi-sadhana bhakti, everyone can attend that platform. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu this is many acharyas, Jiva Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Narottama Das Thakur. So many acharyas describe about Raganuga bhakti. And I read something from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He mentioned the Raganuga bhakti started after, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Jiva Goswami, in Bhakti Sandarbha. Raganuga bhakti actually started after Nishta stage. Some point is Anartha Nivarti stage. Some acharyas are Anartha Nivarti stage, maybe can start it to Raganuga bhakti, maybe after Anartha Nivarti in the Nishta stage, or Roshi or Ashakti. In these stages, anyone can come this elevated stage. Because we are now in the material condition stage. In Jiva Goswami said, should be everything pure from material contamination, then that person can become the platform of Raganuga bhakti. I give some examples because I have many examples. When someone know about Mercury, can you tell about something? Maybe can you explain a little bit about Mercury for everyone. It's nice to hear because this is the last verse of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to Sanatana Goswami about Mercury, because Mercury has become through devotional association of sadhu, the power of sadhu association. He was 100, he become pure devotee. It's nice, and maybe Trishri know also Valmiki Rishi. It's also same story. He met Narada Rishi is Bhargava Rishi. Narada Rishi is Sindhamani stone. And if someone touch him, everyone become pure. He's so pure. And our Prabhupada also Sindhamani stone. Everyone come to touch Prabhupada feet and they become sure. A pure devotee. That's why the story is described by Sanatana Goswami by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for encouraging everyone in devotional path. Everyone can become pure devotee. This is very powerful part. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explaining very nicely to Sanatana Goswami. Maybe you know the Sabri Mata in Ramayana. She is also 100, came from 100 family. Their father is killing animals. They are living like that. And she is become very pure devotee of connection of Madanga Rishi. She went to Madanga Rishi ashram and take shelter. And her own life, she directly see Ramchandra Murti face to face. This is the evidence of Shastra. You should become connection with pure devotee, sure. This is so powerful. That's why Acharya says, you get to take shelter of devotion, association of pure devotee. Vishal Prabhupada is like that. That's why we can see in the ISKCON, many of the devotees they become pure. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained how is working this process. Every day our sadhana purified ourselves. We can't say, no, I am still in the same place now. Yes, every day, every second we are purified. Because of service, because of caring, because of chanting and deity worship, we are purified ourselves. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said this process is so powerful. And why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu next step explain about Vrajavasi. We know the Vrajavasis are Ragatmika Bhakta. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said Ragatmika Bhakta means they are internal Nitya Siddha Bhakta in Golok. They are internal Radharani, Lalita, Vishaka, Jasudha, Nanda Maharaj. Such a devotee is internal devotee in Golok. They are always in Krishna Lila, in Krishna appearance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are coming, Ramchandra Murti, they are coming, and Krishna, that they are coming. They are always with Krishna. These devotees are Ragatmika devotees. When someone follow the footsteps of this devotee, they become the platform of Raganuga. They are followers of Raganuga, and the Vrajavasis are Raganuga Bhakti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, we cannot find anywhere such a devotee, only Vrindavan. Because Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, we know when someone follow Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, they go to also Vaikunta, but different Aishwarya Dhamma, different Vaikunta, but only Vrajavasi to Golaka Vrindavan. They are following Ragatmika Bhaktas. That's why it is very, very important to know. So our Acharya bringing us this consciousness, Vrindavan consciousness. We have to really good understand, because Raganuga Bhakti is many of the devotee understanding wrongly. That's why it's very, very difficult to explain. And Prabhupada said many of them is after hearing the stage of material contamination, the stage of Kanishta, speculating these things. They are speculating like Kobi, like Jasudamaya, and this and that. That's why Acharya is very, very careful to explain these things. They have to really proper understanding what is Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, what is the Raganuga Bhakti, how can I attain Raganuga Bhakti. They have to really know how to become that stage. Maybe can you explain a little bit about Mercury Rishi? It's very, very interesting. Very shortly.
The story?
Yes, story.
So the story goes Mrigari the hunter. So Mrigari was a hunter and his expertise was? So Mrigari was a hunter and his expertise was, or he derived pleasure by half killing animals. So what he would do, he would just slit their throat in such a way that they would bleed gradually to death. And when he would see them so much in pain, somehow he felt pleasure. So this was his style of killing animals, very ruthless, and this is how he used to hunt. And once Narad Muni, when he encountered Mrigari and he witnessed how Mrigari is half killing and letting this animal suffer and then deriving pleasure out of it, the Narad Muni said how ruthless and abominable this is. And then he gave him this transcendental knowledge of giving up everything. And this is where Mrigari got transformed, that he gave up everything. And then Mrigari had a question also that, okay, I am a hunter and I sustain my life by hunting, so how will I live after this? Then Narad, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Narad Muni then said, you don't have to worry, that when you take to the path of devotional service or transcendental knowledge towards the absolute truth, you will be taken care of. So Mrigari stopped hunting, and then he was rendering devotional service. And gradually what happened, all throughout the villages, the news spread that the hunter Mrigari has transformed and he's become a devotee. And everybody came to see him. And whoever came to see him got some gifts, like some prasadam. And therefore, there was so much prasadam that it was so much for the whole family also. And then Mrigari never had any deficit. And this is how the path of devotional service always protects us. And then there was this one time, I think Narad Muni and Angira Muni,
Yes.
they came to visit, after a long time, they came to visit Mrigari. And when
Bhargava Muni.
Bhargava Muni. Okay, Bhargava Muni and Narad Muni, they said, okay, let's go visit Mrigari. He is my disciple. So when they came, then Mrigari, when he saw them, he walked towards them, and then he was suddenly jumping. And then they asked him, why are you jumping like this? And then Mrigari said, oh, because there were ants and I did not want to harm them. So this is also the power of devotional service, that it softens the heart so much that a hunter who was half killing animals and deriving enjoyment from suffering was not even willing to step on ants.
Yes. Can you tell a little story about Valmiki Rishi also, very shortly?
Valmiki Rishi, from what I remember, he was also a hunter, and I don't quite remember which part you want me to say.
He met Narada Rishi, the meeting of Narada Muni. Then after that he took shelter.
And then he was asking about Ram.
No, only this
Maybe
part.
you can say, I don't clearly remember.
Valmiki Rishi, okay, thank you for telling Margaret very beautifully this story. It's the power of devotional path. And Valmiki Rishi also like that. He was, actually Valmiki Rishi is son of Pradesha, one of the Pradesha. And he went to forest and he lost in forest. He got lost. He didn't come back. Sometimes happens, someone is lost from family, then they don't come back. In this way he got lost in the forest, and one hunter took him and take care of him. And he was very small boy. He was thinking this is, he's forget his original parents. He was thinking this is my parents. And he's teaching again the same thing. And he's forgetting who we are, and he started to hunt the animal and healing the animal and living in this way. He got married also, the one family, such a family girl. And they are very happy, they have a lot of children. And after that, he is feeling it's not enough to handling for take care of family. There's need more in the family. Grihastha life is like there is needs are there, and he should survive their life and needs of family. Then he was thinking, okay, I got to started to teach. So someone coming the way, I can stop and I can steal the things. And Valmiki Rishi started like that. The time is Narada Rishi is coming, and he stopped. He wanted to take something from him, but Narada Rishi have only Veena, nothing else. And Narada Rishi spoke with it. Very nice conversation in Ramayana. Very nicely they spoke each other, and then during the speak, and he asked so many questions. Then after that, Narada Rishi tell, okay, I want to ask you something. Go to your home, ask your family. They can take your karma. But, you know, they are enjoying whatever you bring your family member enjoying. But in this, if you are doing this for your family, but in this way you got karma. This is sinful activity. You got karma. Then go to ask your family member. Maybe they can share your karma. When they took karma, that's okay. You can live family life continuously with them. And he is a little confused because of sadhu association. His mind is really purified. He is thinking about it. Something is right. What he tell. And he went home and he asked his family member. Okay, I am doing so many things for you, the stealing and hindering and this thing, everything is sinful activities, sadhu said, Narada Rishi said. And I will ask everyone, can you take my karma? And everyone said no. Then after that he got knowledge. He understand, oh, everyone is selfish, so much selfish, everyone want to only for them. And after that he understand, he went to Narada Rishi, took shelter. And Narada Rishi gave him mantra, Ram mantra. It's Rama. And maybe you can remember, he couldn't chant Rama. He was chanting Mara, Mara, Mara. First Ma, Radra, Mara, and later on Rama, Rama, Rama. In this way he become pure. And after that, this Narada Rishi again came and instructed him to write Ramayana. And as in Ramayana we can see is Narada Rishi is very, so Valmiki Rishi is very important role. He's taker of Lavakusha and Sita Maya. This is Shishi Jagannath Prabhu Brahman Kija, Shishi Kavan Kija. And Patnava Kija, National Kija, Another Kija, Guru Paramita Kija, Sakrishna Kija, Hare Krishna. Yes, in this way we can see Sabarimada also like that same, because of devotional service. The first thing is Sadhu Sangha. It's very powerful. When we are in right Sadhu Sangha, we can purify ourselves very quickly. And Sabarimada also like that, she is to birth in a Hindu family, and father arranged to her marriage. And she saw in her, behind her house, the father brought so many animals for killing for their wedding feast. And for her heart is become so much compassion for the souls. And she was thinking, when I get married, morning is my marriage is happened, all animals is killing my father. Then she was thinking, okay, I should leave from home. In the same night, before wedding night, she left from home. She went to Madanga Rishi, took shelter. And Madanga Rishi gave her initiation and she gave her mantra, Ram mantra. She was chanted Ram mantra every day. You know how she devoted to Ram. She is collecting the berries for him. It's so sweet, this mother. And even on the devotional service, Prabhupada said, and Acharya said, Bhagavad Gita said, everyone can purify. Shudra, woman, anyone can purify from this process. This process is so powerful. We can, Ramayana, Mahabharata, everywhere we can see unlimited story, we can see how devotional service is powerful. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described about devotional service, because this part, this chapter in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela is very special, and especially this chapter 22, chapter 20. Yes, when we understand devotional part, and we can understand the rest of the process. That's why I can keep some summaries of this sloka, whole chapter 22, because in after some verses this chapter is going to end, and then started to 23. I keep some little summary. In the 22nd chapter, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu described the process of devotional service. In the beginning, he described the truth about the living entity and the super excellence of devotional service. He even described the uselessness of mental speculation and majestic yoga. In all circumstances, the living entity is recommended to accept the path of devotional service, as personally explained by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is really very important to understand this chapter. So our devotional service is very powerful. In Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna told to us, Arjuna, the 12 chapters, devotional service. Very interesting, after 13 sloka to 20, how Krishna tell the last word, such a devotee is very dear to me. Each sloka, end of the sloka, Krishna mentioned, such a devotee. Very dear to me, very dear to me. And then Krishna said, how become favorite devotee of Krishna. This verse is explaining how we become favorite devotee. When we understand these things, then we can practice our sadhana very nicely. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said the speculative method of the so-called jnana is considered a waste of time. The devotional path is the right path, and that is proved in this chapter. This chapter proved this another part, jnana, vairagya. That's why in sloka 146, I think, yes, 46 described about jnana, speculating knowledge, and vairagya, because these are not needed to, not depending, bhakti is not depending on these things. That's why Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita 11 canto on Uttava Gita. It's very interesting. In Uttava Gita, Krishna explained this jnana vairagya to Uttava very nicely and very beautifully. Krishna explaining, because Krishna is explaining to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, keep this knowledge in the 18th chapter in Bhagavad Gita, jnana vairagya, but not too much. Very lightly Krishna explained to Arjuna, and for Uttava, Krishna explained to Uttava very deeply. It's jnana vairagya. When we understand these things, we understand, yes, devotional path is a very, very powerful path. Anyone can purify themselves. When someone come and touch in the lotus feet of pure devotee, sure, no doubt. It may take time for our anata and our sadhana. The Acharya says two things. Krishna also tells two things, because Arjuna asks, how can I control my mind? His mind is always speculating things and disturbing. It's very, very difficult for everyone to control the mind and become more elevated stage. And that's why Krishna told Arjuna, is the only two way you can control your mind is detachment and practice. This is the practice for which Prabhupada gave to us all temples. We should really regularly come to temple and practice very seriously our sadhana. Otherwise, we can't go to stage nishta. And Prabhupada many times Prabhupada mentioned everyone try to become a stage of nishta, because the kanishta stage is a single material platform. When someone dying in this position, it's really very difficult to take long journey. This is not a waste of time. This take long path. Many lifetime we have to take birth, become the stage. In this stage is a very, very steady stage, and you can understand so many things. In Srimad Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita, we know all scriptures, they talk about devotional service. In Bhagavatam, each and every verse they talk about devotional service. This is only devotional service. But Bhagavad Dharma describes everywhere, devotion is everywhere. But not everyone can understand these things because of our mood. When we are in this Sattva Guna, we can understand the Shastra properly. We are in Rajaguna, Tamaguna, we couldn't understand properly. But everything is written here, that's why his Acharya says, the Bhagavatam is only Paramahamsa can understand clearly, because they see this vision. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu describing here very beautifully how to become the stages through sadhana bhakti. We have to, the 9 process we know, we have the 9 stages we have. And first stage is Sraddha, Sadhusanga, Bhajana Kriya, Anatta Nivarti. The Anatta Nivarti stage is very important stage. If you come this stage, then you know that after that you have to unwanted things give up. Otherwise you can't go to next time. We know we have so much contamination. We have jealousy, we have greed, we have so many things, so many things. We have to really understand, give up these things, because devotional path is very pure. After Nishta stage started actually spiritual path. Before Nishta is always still material. Contamination is there, it's just mixed it. But after Nishta is really spiritual path started. That's why we should come this stage of Nishta. We can see in the whole many slokas describing about Nishta. Actually this sloka also talk about Nishta. This is Nishta. After Nishta stage you can understand Raganuga and Bhakti, because this is very, very elevated stage. We go to Vrindavan, we take association. but we couldn't understand Brajavasi's mood. Not easy to understand. Sometimes we saw they are beyond our understanding. We go to with material understanding to Vrindavan. After some time, if you regularly go to Vrindavan, then you can understand slowly, because of association of Rakatmika devotees. Rakatmika devotees is very, very important. That's why his devotees used to go down and learn so many things. There's tolerance. If you go to town, you learn automatically tolerance and everything. You have to learn. We should be very careful, not offended to anyone. We are very afraid to this, that when we go to Vrindavan, we are really thinking, we should be careful. But here we forget it. We are doing whatever we are thinking it's these temples also down. And we have to bring this mood and understand how to behave with everyone. Because we are doing so many mistakes. That's true, me also, myself. Then I'm slowly learning how to correct myself. This is, Krishna gives us knowledge how to overcome of this, then only by service and reading regularly. Sastra. The Sastra faith is very strong. If you have, actually association give also faith up, but if you read Sastra, you got more stronger faith on it, then you can go for it. Otherwise, without Sastric knowledge, you can't come in the stage of Nishta. The both is needed, Bhagavati Vidhi and Pancharatrika Vidhi. This both is very important. It's a deity worship in temple, we have deity. It's really, Krishna gives us opportunity to serve him. The same service we are doing in Golaka Vrindavan, only what is doing Golaka Vrindavan. We forget it, we come, and Krishna gives so much opportunity, we don't take it. This is our problem. That's why we should really make serious of this devotional path. Because I will tell you, the Mercury Rishi, one thing is very interesting. Mercury Rishi, Narada Rishi instructed him, broke his bow and go to forest, take Vanaprastha, go to with your wife and give your charity, whatever you have at home. Everything give to Vaishnava and Vaishnava and Brahmin. You don't take anything, only one set cloth. Take it with you and go to forest with your wife and live simply. Make one small kutia and live simply. And worshipping Tulasi Maharani, he could give him some instruction and give Hare Krishna mantra to chant. And he went to there, he is doing really, following the words of spiritual master without fail. This is also secret. When we are not following, we are promising and doing the initiation. After that, we are forgetting so many things. We are not following sincerely. That's why we are not coming in the stage of Nishta. This anartha is there. This is really big anartha. We are cheating Guru in front of Prabhupada. We make promise. The Guru is sitting here in Vyasasana. He is representing of Acharya's Parampara. And in front of Guru, in front of Prabhupada, in front of Agni, in front of Vaishnava, in front of deity. We make promise. So Guru there, I am chanting 16 round, I am following regulatory principle and everything. We promise from everyone, in front of everyone, and we forget it. But Krishna has never forgotten. He is Paramatma here, you are cheating. Cheating my devotee, be a devotee, then I cheat you. This is happened. This is the anartha. We are still in this stage, that's why we couldn't understand Krishna properly. Krishna is really the devotional path is pure when we are following our spiritual masters sincerely and seriously. Then everyone can become such a devotee, because Narada immediately gave a family, Valmiki Rishi, and Sabarimata like that. And same story, Mercury Rishi, immediately he did. And he asked, he is little afraid to get prasad, food, because when he is hunting with bow and he broke bow and went to forest, he was thinking, but from where I get food? And Narada Rishi, no, this bow is not feeding him, Krishna is feeding everyone. And he told him, no problem, I can arrange for you. Is everything arranged? We know our devotee's life also. Very big example, and Prabhupada is very big example. He came to America with little money and, now his whole world is Vrindavan. It's possible, that's why is Acharya showing their own example. It's working. It's working. But only one thing, we should really very, very sincere to our Gurudev. Otherwise, it's cheating. Cheating is never Krishna. When Krishna is big cheater, we are cheating Krishna. Krishna is cheating us. This is happening. But it's devotional part. It's very, very powerful. Yes, I pray. I ask everyone, please come to temple regularly, do your service, and read every day Srila Prabhupada books. Because in the Bhagavatam, Prabhupada said he's written everything in his book. When we read these books, sure you understand, because Prabhupada words is here, Prabhupada is living in books. You can really is guiding us. You can understand, but we have to really read every day regularly. Otherwise, when we read one day, the next day we are thinking we have this, why I am not doing. You have to make plan and stay before maybe 1 hour before or later, maybe before you go to sleep. Please read regularly, then you can understand slowly how much powerful this devotional service. This is very, very, very powerful. Hare Krishna. I think it's time is coming. So thank you so much for listening. I have to write so many things about Raganuga Bhakti, but I know it's coming next shlokas next Sunday, or for some month is all devotees who is coming and very senior devotee and elevated devotee. They can explain you very nice way about Raganuga Bhakti in more details, because in the next sloka, this sloka is mentioned about Raganuga Bhakti. I give little definition for Raganuga Bhakti. But next and after slokas, still 165 slokas explain more details. That's why I don't go to touch those verses, because in the future, next lectures, they can explain more details. When I tell all things now, then it's not nice. And if you heard something from these verses, this is also, I was thinking the senior devotee who is very elevated, they can explain to very nicely about Raganuga Bhakti. Hare Krishna, listening to me. And please give me some comments and correction also, please. Vrindavan Chandra.
Correct.
No, I'm just coming first time without translation. That I was thinking is always Krishna is very tricky. I am very afraid to speak from everyone. In my English is so shaky. That's why I bring my children for translation. And today is I brought message for my children, no response. Then I understand that Krishna will make me today. Yes. While I was thinking, I'm always staying in my homeward zone, and Krishna bring me today out of comfort zone. And sorry for my English. I think you understand a little bit. It's not, I'm speaking not properly, but sorry for that. And Hare Krishna, thank you for listening. Yes, Hare Krishna.
I have one question.
And the question is, this story with the hunter, in which world did this happen?
Which world?
Yes.
This
is it on this earth, or is it
this earth?
in another
Story is from
realm?
here, yes.
Okay.
Yes, but different Yuga, I think Satya Yuga or something. Not Kali Yuga or Dwapara Yuga, but this is the story. There's so many stories in Ramayana. It's very interesting. You can see 24,000 verses in Ramayana. In Mahabharata, more than 100, more than 18,000 or more, 1 lakh, I think. Yes, more than 1 lakh. Sloka. There's so many stories describing like the devotional service, how they become. In Ramayana is very interesting. You can see Jadayu, the bird, is friend of Ram, and Hanuman is Kukan. In the Ram went to forest, he meet Kukan. Kukan is Hanuman. He is very best friend. He offers fruits for Ram, giving to a place for sale. Is very friendly with everyone. It's Krishna is no discriminated anyone. He gives his love for everyone. That's why this is very, very powerful part to attain Krishna Prem, really devotional service is so powerful. If you read Srimad Bhagavatam, you can after some time realize, oh, this is all stories describing, they are very different persons, different classes coming from. They all devotee, the pure devotee of Krishna. It's possible. We have to really faith, but you have to read Shastra. Without Shastra, no, our faith is so shaky. It's not stabil. Sometimes when someone tells something, you are thinking, oh, maybe this is correct, this is like that. If you know Shastra, then you know what is right and wrong. And you are going your path very clearly and very seriously. Otherwise, you are not sure. I am the right path, I am going the right way, always doubt. If you have your mind doubt, that means your faith is weak. Always is weak, that's why you have always doubt. Oh, it's right, maybe this is not right path for me. Sometimes you can see the people are confusing after some time. They are leaving this path because they don't have Shastric knowledge. Yes, they have faith, and that faith is coming, they are hearing from devotees, they come to connect to Krishna, but they are not reading Shastra. Without reading Shastra, become that stage. Actually, the Nishta stage is Brahmajnana stage. You got Brahmajnana. This Krishna started to give you really knowledge, and that platform, that's why you should very, very serious come to that elevated stage. And thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Mani Jagat Yes.
Radhapriya Dasi ki Jai. You know all the regulations.
Really nice, because I understand. Krishna regularly, Krishna is I know also. Then I understand today. Yes, myself, Shri and Jagannath. When we are dressing there, I knew Balaramji helping me. Because I prayed to him, help me. He's so Parikuru, you can help him. Because when Krishna don't give knowledge, you are thinking you are the speaker. If you think you are the instrument, then you remember. This is what it is. You are the prince of the Lord of Krishna. Coming there.
You don't like
Do you think, oh no, nothing is coming? This is only, yes, that's why it's an issue. Devotional service also something. It's making because our we have so much body consciousness. When someone tells something, I'm telling to me, this is, and this body then I take directly, I will tell me. we are nothing. Okay, you can tell us no, the material world, someone talk about the bush, and someone talk about that. No one speaking. Always the same person who is speaking about your good, after some time they can stay quiet. This is the nature. Then if you understand that, you can tell, thank you. Then you tell thank you. I'm very grateful to hear from you. Then I understand sometimes they speak truth. We have, I can understand myself. It's my pride is, we don't accept things. When they come and tell me some guilt, I was thinking, no, I'm not like that. But inside I know that's true. The ego is very big, and ego is don't able to accept these things. Then I was thinking, that's good. In the social devotee, he has menacing us. Devotees, what do you think? We are coming, what is this devotee telling us? This is the arrangement. We should become humble. This place, we can't fight with them. If you fight, you think, oh, I should go. Then you should become humble. This is the arrangement of yoga. It's mercy of our Lord.
Yesterday, Krishna's unfulfilling desires. Because yesterday I told him to give lecture. And I thought today Jaya Sachi Prabhu is giving lecture. And then you can understand.
I was thinking, first I was thinking of the worship was when we give 24 minutes in the afternoon, maybe have to do that service. How can I manage? Then I was thinking, I'm not managing these things. They are not should manage. The very thing I have to manage, then I can't manage this thing. Then I was thinking, okay, I could rest.
Burn out.
Yeah, burn out. Then this is our material problem. Mind is like that. Always telling something. This is really amazing. That's why I'm thinking, okay, accept this is seva. This was a very good seva for my own purification when I sit and does something. Sometimes when I'm so bright or something, and someone can show me break my light, that same place. You have to sit and listen because you are sitting in this place. Then I was thinking this is also purification. It's like how to purify ourselves. We don't worry about like how can I become this town, this and that. Just do my good all this pleasant.
I'm really too far away from
We don't worry about when Gurudev said, don't worry about it. You have to service sincerely and seriously. Love with love and devotion. Finish. It's because it's come. Krishna knows how to bring yoga life. That's why I'm thinking Prabhupada is a disciple, very, very sincere disciple. They dedicated their whole life for Prabhupada. That's why they are pure devotee now was Acharya. We saw so many examples there. So many sannyasis, Prabhupada is practicing, becomes sannyasi. Very quick. It's working. When we are very sincere and serious, it's working. When we are cheating, it's not working. It's also working because Acharya says devotion path is so powerful, very slowly. So much contamination, you have to clean and again the elephant bed. Clean and put again dust. In this, that's why Acharya said they are very clear and serious about devotional path. You go very strong. Very quickly, sometimes you can see some devotee come to temple very quick at once. Our sisters. This is very quick they advance because they are very focused. Their service. He is book distributor, but he is very focused. And this focus, sincerity, please Krishna. And repeating. This is the path of devotion. So powerful. We can do any service, but this service is very sincere. I was telling you, you can do painting the temples of prayers and anything, God, anything, any service what you do sincere. And doing God, and I know you have God. Then Krishna said, and devotee should make garden to Krishna. Because Krishna is saying, so many different flowers, fragments, all for Krishna. And this garden was which place belongs to the Lord. The human place like the devotee keep them so much to pay. Yes, they take human. Yes, and devotee give them chance to come out with him and become. With so much service, we don't know each service is very much beneficial to others.
Das heißt Wunsch gehabt.
Even at home, yes. If I know at home I'm praying,
Warum tust du das nicht von ihnen pflanzen? Krishna gibt dir so
stream and so many insects. This comes and the bees as always is surrounding around him. I was thinking, I don't know what is but I understand. We all are here. I am very loud too. Then after that, after a few days,
was wünschst du denn noch mit? Was wolltest du jetzt? Sag mal ganz
his home, even today, had everyone's liberation because he is beautiful. The whole thing is can't imagine this power of devotion. Everyone beautiful, even spider and everything beautiful.
Und ein Stock ist im Bruch gewesen.
That's why ich frage, aber
ich weiß nicht, die Dünne, die ist jetzt nicht
I und den habe ich die Spucke abgeschnitten. Mit dem Bhagavad Dasi. Das so wird es nicht schlecht.
Ja, gut.
That's why Prabhupada said every day, read Srimad Bhagavatam.
Wenn es nicht ist, dann...
Then you have to make notes at that time, whatever you did, whatever you understand. Then you can see after some time you get more knowledge. This Bhagavatam is not different from Krishna. You become contact with Bhagavatam and Bhagavatam. Prabhupada and Krishna.
It makes us reminding us what we actually want.
Yes.
If you read Bhagavatam every day,
yes.
Oh, that's what I want.
Yes. You can take some message from yeah. So interesting. I was thinking our scriptures is so powerful, so interesting, very deep. So this temple, that's why I'm thinking, please come in this temple. Please write continuously serve our deities. This temple is so powerful. I heard this Prabhupada said, I have to say about it. Our government is so merciful. You see, lotus feet, which deity lotus feet is so bright. That deity is sheltered by it. Our government lotus feet is so bright. Anyone can take shelter. And Jagannath eyes is big, keeping also protection and shelter. I was thinking, if you come here, this eyes is watching you. You can't miss from his eyes. Because Jagannath don't have the blink. They are always open. Watching you, this is the most.
Even in Maya,
And also Ramaya, Susatama, Sukamaya, give you the devotion path is to bless us to go in this path. So we have to stay.
I was thinking of how merciful is that, or how auspicious. When you are so inclined in sinful activities and killing animals, and Narada Muni is crossing your way.
Even not killing and can be
But Narada Muni, that you meet him in this earth.
But we have also very big example after meeting Prabhupada, how many devotees changing their life. Totally, they must be born. Totally different. After that, they become so pure, mind and knowledge and everything. And I was thinking, this is probably association.
Did you read these stories in the forum chat?
No, in the chat.
No, in the forum chat. Someone made a story inside there. And he was like a servant of Prabhupada. They were in an airplane. And then Prabhupada was eating, and then his airplane finished. And then the disciples took it. And the stewardess came, and she said, after I on the plate, and she grabbed it and put it in her mouth. Yes. And then she said, can I bring you something else?
Immediately. Yes, this is the power of
yes, okay, bring fruits. And she brought it. And they left, and then he, through the critic, came to a temple for giving a lecture, and then after the lecture, a small brahmachari came, "Can I tell you a story?" And he was telling the story about the airplane, and then the little boy said, "Can I tell you also a story?" And he said yes. And said, "Yeah, we were in Brazil on Santiago, somewhere in a village, very on the landscape. And then we make Harinam, and then he was ringing a bell for giving books. And a lady opened the door, and he smelled incense, and he saw an altar. And you are a devotee, and I have some books for you, and please come in and have some prasad." And then they had a conversation, and he asked her how she came to Krishna consciousness, and said, "Yeah, there was this one man in the airplane, and she took the path drive, and since there she..."
That's why Prabhupada also is in dimension. The Nata is like that, Bhattacharya is that. And someone become contact with everybody. Our line is become from Krishna. That's why it's when we become contact to Acharya. No, I don't have any doubt. I knew this only this part.
Du hast das Ziel ausgegeben,
you can get a lot of
der ist auch wieder beladen.
And this one should be measured, this all
Der war schon für das Innere gewesen.
because we have labor with us. We can't stop this. It's we can't stop the world's nobody we should.
Ja, dann hat das Ziel auch erreicht. Also, gell? Nein, so, dann kannst du.
But this body giving you pain. Which pain? Death pain. Death pain is big pain than our body pain now. And that pain is very big. But this body, one day, cheating body.
Ja, aber
Listen, I leave you. Surely, I am a Krishna. This body used to Krishna service, not for sense gratification. If you use for sense gratification, you have to again and again for taste for this death pain. Because you have to take birth again and again. Then you have to face all this fever and this and that. Everything is coming. The season is changing. Everything. Headache, that. And Brahma, then I was thinking this body is cheating us one day.
das zum Beispiel.
And I leave you. Then we can try. Oh, please stay with me. No.
Give my senses pleasure, and I will give you pleasure.
Yeah, that's what I body said, no, now it's finished business. You can continue with another body. I will leave it.
Yes. We are cheating us.
Yes. We are thinking we are cheating. But they are cheating us. In this life we are not using for Krishna service this body, we are setting ourselves. Totally waste.
Mein Vater hat schon gearbeitet, so nach der Woche hast du so oder zu 12 Stunden. Ja, sicher. Ist nicht schön.
Thank you.
Bis morgen.
came from somewhere.
It was from
Thank you.
Thank you.